Hello and welcome. I have just had a disaster. Just literally spilled me drink, my Horlicks all over myself. Yeah, do you know, seriously, can't take me anywhere. Right, we have got a lot of work to do. We have, so let's get, I'm going to set this one going. I would have liked to have done this myself. Oh, now then, I remembered, yes. I didn't set the swath mode. Yeah, you've got to do this. Well, you haven't. No, not if you don't want to swath, but I would like to. So, swath dropping, that's more like it. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get off her on the field and I'm not going to think, oh no, I'm not. So let's do it. Right, first waypoint. And we're going to... Now, I think my baler's wrong. Oh, have we got... Oh, hang on a minute, I thought I'd switched all that nonsense off. That all repairing malarkey. Oh, I just literally switched that off. Oh, do you know, leave it alone, will you? Don't repair. Gordon Bennett. Let's just save it. I thought I'd done this already. I say I've just like literally... Right, now let's try that again. And this time, hopefully, we'll be in business. Oh, I'm absolutely shattered. It's one of them. I always find that's when you make mistakes, literally. But yeah, as I was saying, I think my baler is just a standard size baler, which is a real pain. So we need to be looking for another baler. We do, because I'm not... In fact, yeah, do you know... We use the mover for now. We will, because I can't be doing with like picking up 9 million bales. Yeah, I'd sooner pick up loose with the mover than I would to do this and make a bit of profit off this and order another baler. And we'll be around one. I could have sworn this was one of those that was... we'll have a look. It's a black... Yeah, but this looks like a BB Mods. But I think they come at a certain size, so let's have a look. Yeah, we'll do a sell thing. Come all this way, and then we will literally go into that time lapse and grab those bales. If it's a BB Mods, I don't mind it being a 1.5 or that type of stuff. It's a fair old trek, this, even though it looks like it's a stone throw away. Yeah, I couldn't... I need to sort of... I'm shattered, but you know, like when you're so tired... you feel listless and you can't settle, but you know you need to do something. I just sort of feel a bit like that. Right, so let's go check this out. I'm going to have a sticky leg where it's all... Yeah, it got me as well, of course. As these things frequently do. Yeah, you're sort of clumsy and everything. It's all a right nightmare. Oh, wow. This is just with, like, I'm hanging around. It's crazy, how badly they're damaged now. Yeah, no, 1.5. Yeah. 33. 9. 7. 5. 3. Oh, so 3 is the first. 130. Well, let's try that, because I've never really tried these particular ones. We want bale wrapping off, and it is. Rain wrap white, we've already got, and yeah, so let's do that. We do. Right, okay, we'll see how big they are. Because I don't want them to be monstrous, but I would rather bale a little... we do need our telehandler as well, we do, it's true. So then, let's get cracking. I'm going to say my words out. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Wow, now that was rather a bit larger than I actually anticipated. I didn't think we'd be nearly 500,000 litres of grass. I seriously underestimated the field. Seriously. Yeah, I don't mind admitting it. That was a real big field. I knew it was big, but I seriously did not think it was that big. Right, sort of was thinking that for once I ought to try doing. I've been trying to use the corn production silos as a bit of a distributor, like for whatever we need. So I think I'm going to do that. That way I can like literally do everything to the production silo, which is something I've not been doing yet. Right, actually, this is probably the best. Yeah, I've also had to discard my water tankers. Yeah, I had nothing but issues with them. I've literally backed them up. I always do. I've got my old ones as well, but again, I'm not happy. I'm sort of like wanting to just improve on them, but it's a lot of work. So it's one of those things. And again, you need to be in the right frame of mind. So something I keep reminding myself. Yeah, I kind of started to do it before I did the session. I thought, oh, this is damaged badly. And I thought, you'd absolutely shattered. You really shouldn't be trying to do this. And I did. I tried it for a few minutes. And I thought, you're making a right mess of this. Leave it alone. So I did. I did finally listen to sense. And I thought, just, you do your content. First and foremost, go and do your content. Now, the only bad thing is about this is, like, we could always have another well built. I mean, for the realism side of it, sort of. I do sort of. The other thing we ought to do is, whilst we're here, let's just top everything up, and then we can like fill this up again and take it across. Don't think there'll be much. Oh no! You see, and this is what I do love about the production silos is obviously they actually really do that. They'll push to anything. Whereas these will not. Wow, it's not liking turning. Okay. Oh, it's just... yeah, it's auto emptying. Right, I think we ought to... yeah. So that was it for typically for... when you really want an easy session, you often find that this is exactly what you get. It doesn't happen as you think it will. No, it never does. It never does. Right, let's have a look and see how we're actually doing on the productions we've actually got. So I thought I'd put a super mini. It's very... wow, I wasn't far off. Yeah, 453,000. So we're going to stick some water in there, and we're going to go and do this sort of key to this. I thought I'd show a bit of love to digestate because it's not got an awful lot of uses in the game. So I thought, well, I'll just use it as my secret ingredient. So it's part of almost all of this. But and I thought, well, because I'm usually a grass start type person, so I thought, well, I'd do the digestate, silogen digestate, which is based upon the Omatana recipe, really. So grass, water, and silage and digestate. And then the digestate can be used for so much more. Yeah, it's like, it's a core of just about everything. Now, that I've made tiny on purpose because you can't sell it. So there's no point in going big with it ever, really. And then there's the straw silage, TMR. Again, that doesn't need that. No, the seeds. No, that doesn't either. No, that's mainly... yeah, no, that's a good recipe. Not as good as my favourite, which is the mineral feed. Pig food, likewise, is a fairly traditional one. I think I ought to have done potatoes and maybe sugar beet on the other one, really, rather than all potatoes. But yeah, I might change it. So yeah, these all digestate quite a lot. About half of the entire thing for all of them, which makes it a fairly good... obviously, yeah, these are nothing to do with digestate. And that also is digestate water and solid fertilizer that makes the liquid fertilizer. So yeah, I thought I'd do things a little bit different. The recipes are unique, but are partially believable. I mean, obviously the other thing is you do bring in chemicals that are not mentioned in the game that would not be possible to bring in the game. So therefore, that's why the direct costs and the dearer things are dearer. like that one, the cost per month is an awful lot more than, like, you know, things like grassland, which is sort of a natural, almost natural process. That's the word. Yeah, and one of these is a digestate one. Yeah, that's right. It is digestate from slurry as well. That was the other thing. I thought, well, if you didn't want to do the grass business, you could, and you'd got animals, you could break your slurry down and put some water in and make digestate, which I thought, well, actually, that's not probably too far off what digestate really is, a watered down form of slurry in a way. So I thought that was not too unbelievable. And then biodiesel, both digestate with canola and sunflowers. Again, it's a slightly cheeky mix, but nothing too terrible. So yeah, and slurry from manure, a watered down manure. And I thought, well, actually, I don't think that's too far off the tack, really, on what it would actually be. So I've tried to make them fairly believable. Yeah, I was going to do all the productions down here, but then I thought, well, yeah, but really, it's just... it is doing it itself. Oh, wow. They really did. No, that's true. Manure. How much manure do we need in these? See, the manure doesn't go down very much at all. That's quite amazing. Whereas the water actually did. So, right, let's go grab 100,000 litres. Have another well sunk over the other side of the farm. I must do a well as well. Yes, I must. I did start to on my tap, and then I sort of like went for the tap first, because I wasn't going to do a tap, but in the end I just sort of thought, no, I'll just do a tap, and I have. I'm quite pleased with it. So I've done quite a lot of modding, and as is with modding, you get successes and you get fails. So of course I tend to like grand style everything. Instead of just doing one water tanker, I wanted to do all three, and I wanted to do all three unique. Typical me. It's true. I always do it. Yeah, always. Right. Why did we not set the? I meant to set that going. It would have been done by now. Right. Okay, let's set it going. It's ridiculous. It is true. I got it all ready. I thought all I got to do is hit like go. And then that's, again, it's you're not at your best. You're not. It's okay. Let's quickly clear off the field before we get walloped. Do love this. I'm very, very pleased with this. And the man as well. Both very, very good lorries with the hitches. And I think the man's got a front sort of 3-point link or something like that. Same as the one from Mantrid also. Is it the Warrior Plus? I always get mixed up between those two. Right, so then we want... Yeah, if we stick this in here, I think what we'll do is we'll use this as the pusher, as I call it. Yeah, it is its secret code name. Right, okay. No, it is going. So let's stick a well. Well, we could sort of... I'm trying to think. Yeah, but it's going to be difficult to... We could sort of put it in the middle, but no, it's going to be in the way. It is. We could sort of stick it at the back, though, over here, and then to go in reverse. That might... No, we still haven't done our... I think we did, didn't we? Didn't we do it at the farm? I think... Sure I did. Yeah, I did. I thought I had. Yeah, I vaguely remember it. Right, so then we want containers. And we're going to sink a well. Because I just think it makes a lot of sense on this kind of Let's Play, really. The realism of it is what I mean. So I think if we do that, we should really be able to do both at once. Yeah. Now this drains at such a rate that and fills at such a rate that it doesn't do what mine does. You got to be careful not to go too fast, otherwise it actually outstrips the filling, which is why I tried to get my filling and my emptying are fairly the same thing, so you don't have this sort of battle and you can just fill and dump at the same time and they just fight each other a little, and that way you can empty and you can fill any sort of size thing. Okay, yeah, it's gonna, let's get this switched. So we want to, did we switch? I can't remember. I was busy telling everybody about it. I don't think I actually switched it on. And we want the huge corner production. We want the water to push across the entire farm wherever it's needed, which is why I really want to fill it and literally fill it a few times and push everything across. So water. It's the only annoying thing about production silos is the fact that there's so much in it if you do everything. So, right, so I'd imagine that's got to be getting on a little bit. Oh, is it? Oh, 1 million. Oh, of course, this is really huge, isn't it? Yeah, wow. And it is a tad large in the vertical sense of the word. It's a tad large. It is, definitely. Right, okay then, so how is our sprayer doing? It's going to take a while. It's a big field, it really is. Yeah, so this is still obviously one of those things that is wrong. It does not show. But the one thing that was interesting, obviously, was when I did the spraying, it's sort of, I thought that's not far off, because obviously you can sort of trace your pattern. And I thought, well, actually, you didn't do too terrible a thing, because I still don't class myself as very good at actually guessing that kind of thing, where you've got your tram lines a little, which can gauge, you can gauge a little, but I don't think that's too terrible, really, all things considered. Yeah, I don't. So, wow, that is going to take a while, because she's literally on the first bits. Right, well, in that case, what we could do, though, yeah, that's the other thing as well. Does this need, no, just rolling. We can't really do that because we haven't got a roller. It's a bit tricky, really. So we could, oh, that's true, we have got things to sell. We have, it's true. Right, yes, this. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the Red Rock. It has got one annoying fault, and that is it really doesn't have its boom size. It's not terribly, yeah, that's quite monstrous. The Red Rock is, but you can't have everything. So I do sort of have learnt to compensate with it, and I still do like it a lot. It is really, really good. But again, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's very, very reasonable. And to be honest, I do like the fact it's articulated that I like a lot as well. So, but it's everything's got to have some shortcoming, really, I think. Right, so then we have finally, you know, this I was quite pleased with my boxers, and this is what started me off. And I got this like false thing of confidence that I was going to like everything was going to work out, but it didn't work out as good as the boxers and that. Yeah, now this I'm quite pleased with. I'd be much more pleased if I can actually figure out the central gravity and make it like not do this though. But the actual sculpting on this, it actually joins properly now. It really does. Yeah, the box and everything is good. So the graphics from this sort of distance, it's about right. Now I can actually make it so it's a little bit, I actually like the pattern when it's this big. So it's one of those things, there's got to be a compromise, and I just like it. I think it looks really nice. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that, and it does fit. It is specially made for the Xylon. It really does fit nicely, so I'm quite pleased with this. It does need repairing though. Yeah, I made it all just standard shapes. There's nothing special about this. It's got not any, but I thought, well, I'm not really bothered. It always was supposed to be one of the most simple type shaped ones, which is why it was cheap. It's just plastic dishes. And I thought the other thing I said the other day about, well, yeah, but it's going to be, it's sort of, you could always decal things. Things don't necessarily have to be like made of a special substance. And we'd already done that. Smashing. So we can buy the front box, because that we did say boxes are allowed, seed boxes and all the such like things. So I think that I will actually buy. Although obviously we've now got the spray and we bought a load of spray, so it's one of those things. But hey ho, yeah. So this I was pleased with too, as well. Yeah. Now this sort of also does go. And I was quite pleased with it, and I think that's what lured me. But some mods are more difficult to do because some, yeah, the tanker was a complete, it totally broke it in so many ways that I was like gutted. But ooh, keep forgetting about that. It's got like collisions where the legs are hidden, and I don't think this it's supposed to. I think that's me. Yeah, really. Ooh, yeah, like that. You shouldn't really. You can see, but it has got hidden legs, and they should be hidden a bit. Yeah, so I must have copied them a little bit wrongly, or actually set them up a little wrongly. Oh, I thought I'd got that one actually. I miss. Yeah, fantastic. Now that was one of the hardest things I've figured out how to do, and that was to actually, now can I, yeah, no, the box still works. It's got its lid and everything as it should do. I think I've got the position slightly wrong. Slightly. But then that, yeah, that's true. Where's the actual, has the lid gone? Or no, I think the lid hides, doesn't it? I think. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It doesn't look too terrible. I might have to move the decal a little. I might have sort of slightly got it wrong. So, yeah, that I'm quite pleased with. This sort of, it is the same thing, and I did want it deliberately to be sort of matching, but obviously the sizes are slightly different. But then again, I don't really want it to be exactly the same. But it is BI colours, and I quite like it. Yeah, I definitely do. I thought, well, if I never get them into the mod hub, I don't particularly care. I'm gonna celebrate BI name, and I'm gonna make it as pretty as possible. I thought we're gonna like pimp it. Definitely, why not? Is what I'm gonna say. Yeah, and I think it spurred me on a little bit what JM Gaming said. I thought you've got to like get a bit more professional, and I thought whether that means so. This is, I think, whenever you do something like this, you'd sort of like being a bit artistic, and then like probably you'll tame that down a bit and think, yeah, but again, so this is the artistic stage. Just enjoying making some, you know, things look pretty as well. So yeah, it's true. So I would imagine that they're not too terribly. No, I always hate, they always get the numbers. What is it about me and the numbers? Let's just see how far on the course now. So there's another down and an up, and then a, yeah. So that's fantastic. That's it. I can't believe how slowly the liquid fertilizer goes down. Now that is this completely done? That's what I was also thinking. Growth year fertilizer only 50%. So we need to do this, or we could put some narrows on the vent and set that going with a standard worker ready for next session. We have, after all, got some fertilizer right here. Yeah, we may as well grab the remnants of this, I think, and then we'll fill the rest. We will make some as well, obviously, but at the minute we'll grab it from the shop sell point, which is really BI's, but we've got to come down here for it. Just trying to play it a little bit like I think it should be played, really. Nope. I think we just need, do we need it? Or solid fertilizer does last a long time. Yeah, true, actually. I don't think we need it in the front. I think just the back. You know, that field plane doesn't look too far off, actually. Oh, you were saying? A tad wrong. Just a tad. Yeah, so I need to change that. To be honest, now, in my defense on this, I did not play around with the field plane. The field plane is from the original. And the shape of this is slightly different. So it does sort of make sense that it wouldn't be quite right. So, oh, we haven't changed to narrows. I don't want to be like destroying the field. I think, yeah, we've completely done the soy. That should be now completely done. But it's just yeah, we'll set this with the standard work, and then next session it will be done. There it goes. So narrows. Narrows. And these are nice narrows too. Yeah, I'll be glad when I can fix that. Again, there's certain bits that are... the documentation, there is none. It is as simple as that. Basically, you're on your own. There is some, no, I can't say that, but it's not terribly helpful. I found that giants were trying to bamboozle you with science and like hit you really so that as if to put you off, and it didn't work with me. I just thought, no, I'll just keep mucking around with things until I figure a few things out, and then I look at other modders' work and see if I can garner anything. But a lot of modders try to hide their work, so you can't really see a lot. They like hide this under here and that under there, and so therefore it's difficult for beginning modders like myself to actually learn anything unless someone like Lambo or FarmerBOB that made this map, who they don't reveal secrets because they don't class it as a secret. They actually just very kindly share knowledge, which is something that a lot of the other modders don't do because it's their bread and butter not to. And yeah, they do. It's true. I've been in many modders where the modders are so really good, and some are not completely trying to obscure their work, but others really are. It's true, definitely. And it's, yeah, I mean, we've all got to learn, and I think they make it difficult because they want to earn the cash. Whereas I'm not really bothered about it from that perspective. Oh no, that never moaned at me. That's true, it didn't. It normally moans. Mind you, it doesn't always. Right, so then. Yeah, so this is done, that's done. And turns on a dime. This is really quite... Yeah, it caught me out a little bit, if I'm honest. Yeah, that's true. I think this needed doing as well. We could set a standard worker going on this. Oh no, 100%. No, that's good. Smashing. So that's done completely. That's done completely. That will be done completely. This has been done completely. And it didn't say it needed anything like lime. So it's just the rolling, which of course, if we had a roller, we could actually do it now. I think you can roll when it's like being cut. I'm sure that is right. So I think we've done everything. We will just set... No, this is not the right one. It's the other one. Yeah, it is the other lorry. That threw me out. Yeah, it's this one that's got where the stuff is. Yeah. Look at the speed of that. That is just so fast. Right. Okay, so how much have we got in there? Oh, wow, a lot. Yeah, so it should go across to all of these places. No, I think we have actually. Yeah, so that will call for water at some point. We filled the guar greenhouse, and we filled that, and we should have filled the super chipping factory too. So that's... And obviously, yeah, what my plan is to use the huge corner production silo just to push the water around everywhere. It just means you've got one central place where you're pushing it all. So, and it's got 1 million litre storage, so it should really just yeah, be able to be super duper. But I am missing my water things because I did build them on purpose so that you don't need to like keep jumping in and out. I sort of did fine tune that and got it right and left it at that point. So I've got that still. I just need to make the model a bit better. And I'm determined that I'm not going to cheat and borrow and do what everyone else has done. I'm doing this from scratch. So mine may look messy, but I did it myself. I didn't like grab a model from someone else and like just tweak it a little. No, it's from scratch, which is an awful lot harder to get it looking anything like right nice. It is. And again, you need Blender to truly, I keep thinking about doing some bands and things like that to make it look a little bit more, you know, like, but then I thought, well, you can do the same with decals and that. I don't mean the band. Well, you can do the bands with decals, it's true, but also I can just do some pretty decals like I'm doing. And I thought, well, just do your own thing. Just, you don't have to like do what everyone else has done. Just do what makes you happy, get a bit artistic, and let's just see what we can do. So yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with this as well. Yeah, so I was lulled into a false sense of security because I had quite a lot of initial success. But then I started to like hit some nasty roadblocks. So yeah, I don't think any of them maxed out the water layer either, which is a bit strange because I did leave. Yeah, I did create 2 UVs, one for water and one for dirt, but it's not actually playing ball. So yeah, I need, again, this the documentation again. I only know that because of watching what another modder. I think I must be putting the position of the UV in a slightly different place, or I've done something a little amiss, and that's what I'm saying. You live and learn, really. Anyway, I'm waffling. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this beautiful map by FarmerBOB. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.